There's been a lot of speculation recently about whether or not John Howard made the right call staying on as Liberal leader, or whether he should have handed over the reins to Peter Costello. And now it's pretty much too late for that to occur, and he's clearly under threat of losing the next election, and obviously we on the Labor side are doing everything we can to bring that about. There's an interesting parallel with my football club Essendon that's just decided to not renew Kevin Sheedy's contract after 27 years. Now, like all mad Essendon supporters, I love Sheedy. What he's delivered to the club and to football has just been unparalleled. After nearly 20 years of premiership drought and endless disappointments, endless expectations raised to be shattered during the 70s, he delivered great premierships in 84, 85, 1993, 2000, great players and some fantastic memories. But there's a reasonable argument to say that the time has come for him to move on, and I think on balance the board has probably made the right call. Sheedy will stand up there with Ron Barassi as one of the two great dominant influences in AFL football in the post-war era, and his achievements, I think, for the game are just basically unparalleled. He's an incredible guy. His contribution to the Essendon Football Club in terms of professionalism and strength and discipline, and his contribution to the lives of so many people, I think is absolutely extraordinary. So I salute Kevin Sheedy as a great contributor to Australian society generally, as a person who's got tremendous values and as a huge influence in Melbourne in particular. I'm sure that he'll go on to do great things. I'm not sure that he'll be a coach of another AFL team. Time will tell, but I think there's a fair chance that the other teams will decide that he's run his race, and I think there's a pretty good chance that the Australian people may decide that John Howard has run his race. Like Sheedy, he's won 4 premierships, he's won 4 elections, and he's been dominant for a very long time, but I think some of his recent behaviour, some of his recent decisions indicate that he's no longer immortal, he's no longer all-conquering, and that the Liberal Party made a very bad mistake by not moving on to a new person, Peter Costello. I hope the Essendon Football Club selects a new coach who's going to rebuild the club, rebuild the playing list, and really get us back up there as one of the dominant forces. We got 4 superstars in Matthew Lloyd, Scott Lucas, James Hird and Dustin Fletcher, all of whom are still great players, but inevitably not likely to be contributing much in 2 or 3 years' time. Maybe out of 3 of them we'll still be getting a fair bit in 2 or 3 years' time, but players, once they get into that early 30s zone, unless they're freaks, start to decline. And it's hard to see where the superstars of the future are coming from. There's a couple in the club who look like they might be in that category, but a lot of development's got to occur. So Kevin Sheedy, fantastic contribution to Australian society, to Victoria, to football, to my footy team. Well done. But I'm there supporting the club, supporting the board, and saying let's look to the future, let's make sure that we get the best possible coach, rebuild and strengthen our playing list, and get back into the dominant position that we used to have as a football club, and that owed so much to the fantastic work of Kevin Sheedy.